So what kind of things did you learn growing up from your folks, from your reading, from your friends that kind of made you who you are today in your mind?
Yeah, I love that. I think we all have these like hidden mentors that if you go back, you're like, oh, interesting. That person and the idea of who I thought they were really became the model of who I became.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would say from like a religious context, a lot of those were the leaders of men that I watched. They say it takes a town to raise a child, and it really does. Like, it wasn't just my dad who was like the figure of like what it meant to be a man. It was the leaders that were constantly working with me, in some cases, other young adults. And I think more importantly, the ones that I attached to and thought, that's what it looks like to be successful. That's what it looks like to be an adult and doing it well. Where in a lot of times I felt like my dad was also the example of what not to do. I don't know if you guys had any of that.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of that on the podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
And so it's kind of like they're a mix of both. It's like, oh, I really like this. But I would also say the thing that perpetuated probably my success the most was the whatnot. Like the things I watched my parents struggle with the most became the thing I was committed to never experience. And it was definitely financial. Right?